Yes, that one. And then that should come through here. Excellent. Hello everyone, I'm Iron Phoenix and welcome to Once Human. This is a game that I've been playing for a little while now, and I feel like it probably should have come on the channel a little bit sooner. Last week I wanted a week off, so I had one. Yeah, I don't know exactly why it's one of those games where you're not entirely sure what it's meant to be or how to I don't know. Anyway, it's here now. So let's deal with what this is. So Once Human is a free-to-play game that's on Steam. I believe it originated as, I don't know if it was a Korean or Chinese or a game from that side of the world. Originally has been ported over to the West. You can tell because not everything's localized. Most of it is, but there's the occasional thing that isn't, and it is in a string of those characters. I don't know where it originated from, so I can't say for sure, but it's here now. So this is an open world survival game set in a post-apocalyptic world that is very similar to it's certainly got influence. There's a lot of influences here. So we've certainly got a bit of division here. We've got the over-the-shoulder camera. We've got the 3 weapons, one of which is a melee weapon. So you've got one melee. You can have one melee weapon and 2 firearms. That was just a weapon switch thing. Oh yeah, my leggings are damaged. That's why I've got that. You've got a hotbar down here, which is controlled 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, and that. So your first 3 keys are obviously for your weapons, and then the remainder of the keys are for your items that you can attach using your hotbar, using your inventory. And I've got a whole bunch of just things I've picked up here and there. All sorts of things that you can use, including grenades. Grenades are a hotbar item. Kind of that sort of element is a little bit more sort of World of Warcraft style, MMO style of deployment, rather than putting it on G. G is to summon your car or get there. There's a fair amount to cover here. It's a big game. So we've kind of got a bit of a flavour of division. We've kind of got these masks that protect you from pollution, stardust pollution, which can be found in various settlements in the world. There's not much in the way of human life. There are bands of humans. It's a little bit more Fallout 70, then we start to bleed into Fallout 76. So we've got our sort of groups of humans that are doing okay, but not great. And you are obviously the hero that's going around doing all the things that are helping the people. And you are building your settlement, and you are moving it around the world, because as you move from place to place, these are level locked, not exactly level locked areas, but these are areas that are leveled. So this is recommended level of level 41. Technically I'm level 40, but again, we'll get there. So we kind of got that Fallout 76 element of large open world, post-apocalypse style of thing. You've got quests to go to. There are world quests that do happen. Again, very Fallout 76. And then we've got control. And we've also maybe got a bit of Power World. I've not played Power World, so I can't really say for sure. But we've kind of got these yeah, I'll get to that one in a minute, because that one takes a little bit more explaining. But yeah, so sort of the third game. So we had Division, we had Fallout 76, we had Control. Oh yeah. So we got very much a theming of Control here. So that's our sort of next influence. So the monsters are weird, and they're sort of blended with human objects. So there's a guy that's kind of got like a searchlight for a head, and he kind of slows you down or something. The world kind of gets weird around him. But when you kill him, you can then pick up that searchlight and use that as a weapon. And they've kind of got a little bit of that going on. There's like this guy with a briefcase that you can use to sort of fire sort of almost like a mortar type of thing. So there's a bit of just weirdness, sort of slightly unsettlement. It's not horror. I wouldn't necessarily say that it's as far as horror, but it's that sort of slightly unsettling nature of how the enemies are sort of put together. So yeah, there's that. And then we have the deviants, which are these things. These are ordinary objects that are... This is kind of where we kind of get to our almost like your Warehouse 13 style objects that are possessed, maybe. So I've put them behind windows, because what I want is an entire wall that's a window, but I couldn't do that, so I did this instead. So we kind of got this little mining thing here. Wait a minute, I can. It's not like the Dark Zone. I can go into here. So not Dark Zone. I can't remember what they call it in Warehouse 13, but yeah. So we kind of got this little mine. So some of them are helpers. So this one is a little mining robot, and it will go around, and you can pick up what it's found. You know, it will find stuff and unload it here. I've actually got quite a bit of stuff that's in there. Now he's out exploring. He's out doing things. We've kind of got this thing, which can be used... He's not a helper. He can be used as a weapon. So the butterfly thing that I've got in my backpack is essentially my skill that I can use at any time. Holding E, I can basically say, hey, attack stuff. And it does, and it's very, very useful. So that's my little thing. I can make it happier by giving it a specific environment. So I've got flowers nearby, and I've got a green light above it. This stuff just makes heart vines, and the same with this thing, makes bits for you. So some stuff are like helpers, some stuff create resources, and some stuff helps you fight. And some stuff is like the doors. That's like a teleport type thing that you can build. He's fun. He'll be wandering around. He's my cooker, my cooking robot, my cooking mascot thing. He's kind of cool. Sometimes he kind of does a bit of a Bethesda and stands on the roof for some reason. Anyway, and this is like a little robot, sort of cat robot type thing. He's loots chests in different areas. So he's just looting stuff. Yep, okay. Got on all of his stuff now. Right, can I find my mascot? 'Cause he'll be around somewhere. Well, I can probably get him to come out. Let me grab some water from the thing, and he'll appear probably. Oh, that thing there! I think he's a helper as well. When I use a like a furnace, he helps make things happen. Got a little farm around here. So I've got some all sorts of bits and pieces. Let's just grab some oranges. That. Just grab some dirty water out of here. Apparently I'm overweight as well, so I'll have to do a dump of stuff. Got some storage over here as well. Right, and just probably there it goes. Yep. So this big this was it. Chephosaurus Rex. you can find him, and he will just help cook stuff for you. You don't need him to cook. He's just something you can find. He increases the speed of cooking, I believe. Yeah, we'll get to them. Oh no, that's the guy that helps me with my furnace stuff. Let me just drop all my stuff off, if I can. Don't need any of that. Oh no, I do need the adrenaline shots. I've actually dropped the wrong ones in because this is all my ammunition. I don't need that. Copper rifle. Some of this stuff I could probably actually just break down because I don't need it. Oh, and that's my axe as well. Yeah, what I should have done was go into this one and deposit all. There we go. So out of the world, it's your standard looter. You find stuff, you bring it back, you disassemble it. That's all just sort of junk. And it disassembles into stuff that you need to build stuff, upgrade stuff, you know, build your weapons, upgrade your weapons, all that sort of good stuff. You can build all of your armor and weapons yourself using blueprints. You can only repair stuff that you've made yourself. You can find stuff out in the world, but you can't repair it, so it's sort of limited use. But the stuff you find out in the world is usually quite good, so it's sort of like limited use, but it's quite powerful stuff as well. You can modify that stuff. I'm using a machine gun, I'm using a shotgun, and I've got stun baton. All this stuff can be modded using mods that you find out in the world. It's fairly standard from that point of view. And I think that's pretty much everything of how the game works. You can have weapons. You start off with a motorbike that you just get given for free. You've got the ability to build a retro coupe. You've got your motorcycle and you've got your all-terrain vehicle. These all have different levels of seats in them. So this is a two-seater, so you can have two people in it if you want to. I've built it in a little bit of a poor place with no actual other access out, and I probably should fix that one day. In fact, I'm going to fix that now because why not? What I can do is just shove in a door. Hold on. I can demolish that one, and then I can just do that. There you go. The building system is quite easy, but it can also be a little bit iffy, specifically on all these roof pieces, which is why I haven't quite finished off the roof yet. Mostly because it is a bit fiddly to do. It's a bit of a strange shape, and I've got to work out where all the bits go. And it can be a bit funny with these walls as well. It's not the most not the most stable of games. This is on low, by the way. I turned everything down to low because there were some frame rate issues, and I wanted a reasonably smooth experience. But it runs at a fair 60 most of the time. But I have seen some like memory leaks and all that sort of thing. So again, you know, it's not early access at all. But they are working on trying to fix the problems, and some of the problems they've introduced while fixing other issues, which, yeah, that is a little bit of a concern. We should also talk about the free-to-play aspect, because there is a bit there, and I kind of breezed over a few bits and pieces. So, free-to-play game, and this is set up to be a seasonal game. So, for each season, which runs for 6 weeks or so, some seasons, they've said some seasons can be longer or shorter, depending. Very much like your Fortnite seasons, I guess. So, for the period of those seasons, your character, you know, plays through the seasons, whatever. At the end of that season, your character is reset. So, I'll lose my base, I'll lose my character. Well, character will be reset to level 1. So all the fancy stuff that I've got on me right now will go. The things I keep, though, I keep, as far as I know, everything that I've unlocked on a sort of a much higher level. So all the blueprints that I've unlocked, I keep. I just lose all my skills, I lose all my gear, I lose all of that sort of stuff. But I keep my blueprints. Anything I've unlocked, I keep. And these are the blueprints. There's all sorts of really cool stuff in here. I want some of these. I want these DB12s. The DB12s look cool. Looks like sort of almost like a SPAS type of quality type thing. Get those from the wish machine. And yeah, we've got our ACS 12. They're sort of more like your full auto shotguns. I would love one of those. I'm currently running the MG4, that one. They have some very, very nice stuff around, and this is where we kind of get to our free-to-play aspect. So some of the stuff you can get through gameplay, through just quests and the like, and then you've got the wish machine. So the wish machine, you do get some of these tokens just through play. Obviously you can top it up with a little bit of cash if you want to. Again, free to play. There's shops, there's cosmetic shops. Anything you bought, anything cosmetic you bought, you keep throughout your seasons. It's just like the physical stuff that you buy and build, you lose. I'm fine with that. It kind of just keeps everything a bit fresh. Everybody gets reset to level 1 each season, and I think most people who've just kind of read through it understand it and are fine with it. Some people aren't, and certainly there's a certain loudmouth group of people who are against it, but whatever. Devs have decided that that's what they want to do, so fine. I'm going to go out and grab one of these rift anchors because I need to unlock 6 of them to continue, and I can drive around in my car, which does need fuel, but you can find, again, you know, you can find fuel out there. There are, you know, as I said, there's a shop. Some of the shops do include items that you can buy, like Santi gummies and the like, but you can also make Santi gummies, so I don't really know. There is a PvP aspect to this. You can play on PvP servers. I'm not. I'm on a PvE server. It's all server based. It's completely online. So again, you know, treat it kind of like Fallout 76 in that regard. There's quite a lot of players. Oh yeah, hold on. Let me just deal with this. And I'll move my car in a second to get it out of his way. He's obviously building stuff. You can just summon your car at will, and that's someone's like little digging thingamajig. Right. Yeah. For some reason I didn't grab this rift anchor when I was here last, so I'm just going to grab it now. You need to get a certain amount of rift anchors per section. Oh, it's a golf course. Per section in order to unlock the boss of each section. And the way that the leveling works is quite good. At least how it's working for me. I basically over-level in an area, beat the boss, move to the next area where I'm under-leveled. So it's harder. But it's kind of fair that it's harder, because it should be. So it's about, you know, usually about 10 levels above me. So I'm able to kill stuff still. It's not like just one-shotting me. I'm not just immediately dying. But it's just a little bit harder. And then it gets easier as you kind of go through that section. It's very well paced, I believe. And sure, it's got issues. It's not exactly the most bug-free game. Certainly the physics can wig out a little. But it's not bad, really. Also, it's a bit of a bugbear. This is not a player car. This is a... Let me just deal with this guy. This is just, I think it's just this is just an everyday car. So now the cars have loot in them sometimes, which is why I'm just running around them. If they've got a little thing by them, they'll have the ability to loot from them, but apparently not in this instance. But yeah, that you do just have the occasional instance where you think, is that a player car, or is that's parked really badly, or is that something that I can loot? That, however, is something I can loot. Taking that. You can kind of like pull stuff into weapon and armor crates and elite enemies. I can just quickly do this area. Maybe. This has also got stardust pollution, which means sometimes that means that there'll be an elite enemy. Also, there's this thing. Oh, for goodness sake! Where's my? I accidentally threw my axe in the thing, didn't I? I need to re-equip it. There we go. Stardust ore. Not seen this before, so I'm taking it. I'm also going to grab the aluminium ore because I need so much of it. All of my weapons and equipment currently use aluminium, and I'm starting to use tungsten as well. So that's kind of why you move your base around a bit, because you kind of need to make sure that you're gathering the right stuff. I'm going to head on out town and see if there's another one there that I can do, and that's not too far away, and that will just get me the last rift anchor, though I won't be going to the monolith today. I'm not ready for that. I'm still trying to get my weapons and equipment up to scratch. So yeah, so you earn season points from just doing stuff in the world. There's like a battle pass as well, both paid for battle pass and a free battle pass. Sort of different sort of sections, so you unlock different things. Yeah, it's kind of your standard free to play game really. But so far I've not run into any instances where I would need to pay money. It seems to be quite balanced in that respect. There's been a few instances where a boss has been, like the last boss was particularly tough, but that was more, well, it wasn't, it's partly the game being a bit weird. Let me just grab my, partly the game being a bit weird because it was really low frame rate, and yeah, so it was really low frame rate, which was causing me an awful lot of trouble. But the last run, obviously, I did defeat it. It was the Shadow Hound. That was it. It wasn't hugely fair. Oh yeah, there's also this. It took me a while to work out this one. So you can play it in third person. You've kind of also got your third person zoom. But if you tap the right mouse button, you've got full ADS, which is nice. I don't use it a huge amount, I have to admit, but it is a nice thing to add for those people who really want to aim down their sights. Really, I think if you've got like a sniper rifle, that's the sort of use for that. But it's still quite nice to have it with the ACOG. Let's just grab this one. So when you kind of got that stardust pollution, that's when you kind of need your mask and all that sort of thing. Got a guy there with balloons. As I said, the character design is quite interesting. Yeah, I mean, you've kind of got your standard sort of zombie style one, but yeah, you kind of got your standard zombie style type of things, but you've kind of got some slightly more interesting ones as well. Oh, and there are mimics in this game, which I love. The mimics are really underused, so it's kind of cool to have. There's like fridge mimics and chest mimics, and the devs like to put them in places that look about right. So you think, oh yeah, it's a chest, and it's just like, nope, that's a mimic. So that's I like that. There's a little bit of you know, that's that sort of, I guess, Dungeons and Dragons inspiration there. It's a game that's got an awful. It's not afraid to basically say, yeah, this game is inspired by stuff. And as I said with Enshrouded, it's perfectly fine for a game to be inspired and to essentially copy off other games. Because if it takes all the good bits of other games, what you get left with is a good game, right? And sure, you know, the designers have their own decisions. And hello, what's that? It's a loot crate. Sometimes. Oh, this was the mysterious painting that I've just. Yeah, I've just found that, and people have sort of marked it with little messages. Yeah, they sort of mark things with little messages that can sometimes be useful to kind of show you where stuff is, but sometimes can be kind of useless. Yeah, it's a game, and I've been really enjoying it. Well, obviously I've been really enjoying it. I'm level 41 or something now, or level 40. You know, and I don't mind that all my stuff will be removed because it means that I can do it all over again. But with like different stories and different sort of stuff. Ooh, have I got anything? No, not yet. These are like your specializations. These are, I don't know why it says available specialization nodes when they're all. Oh no, I've got one. What should I get? That's quite an expensive thing to get, and I don't really need it. Not really using those, so I'm kind of down to randomly receive the contents of a settlement loot crate. Could be useful. Or lucky logging. Random agricultural produce when in a sunny area. I'm going to go with the Easter egg. So these unlock abilities. Little things that you can, extra things you can do. Yeah, basically. It just kind of adds a little bit more specificity. So it's defeated the giant, which is so that one. Yeah, we're gonna need to. Yeah, before we do that monolith. Oh wait, or is it this one? Which monolith is it that it wants me to go to next? It doesn't. It's not showing me on the map. Got the task. Yeah, so tasks there. Oh, journey is sort of a soft tutorial, basically, that kind of helps guide you and gives you some things for doing that. Yeah, the game does actually give you quite a bit. A little bit more than I expected, but you can't really necessarily judge it on that because, oh yeah, that's one of the weird things that you can kind of just. It's not an enemy. It will. I don't think it will sort of spawn stuff, but I'm just not going to get involved with him. Oh, maybe he's really let me in. I don't know what happens if you get in him. Ah, he's got a gear crate in him. Okay. Oh, taking that. Game is a bit weird, but it's the right sort of weird. take all this tungsten ore while I'm here. I may as well just grab the tungsten because I am running a little low and I'm going to need it for stuff. And all the while I'm getting, you know, little bits of experience, the battle XP, which will be for the battle pass. Yeah, it's just, you know, it's a fairly standard live service free-to-play game. You know, that there's always like a hook to kind of say, hey, you could buy cosmetics with real money. It's like, yeah, I just want to play the game. But I do wonder if Fallout 76 would have been bigger had they made it free to play. I mean, yes, it would have been, and then have the cash drop on top to kind of recoup the losses. I feel like, you know, when I was playing Fallout 76, I was feeling like they should have just made it free to play, or at the very least, you know, reduce the cost, the upfront cost, down to get more people in. And it's a very different game now than it was. I don't actually know where I'm driving. I'm just sort of driving at the moment. I probably shouldn't be driving this way because it's this is a very high level area. I should probably be going maybe towards one of these places that I've not completed yet. Yeah, let's go down to Sunshine Farm. You do have the ability to teleport, but you do need to unlock the local teleportation node, and you can teleport to that node, but only if there's a teleportation node near you. So it's a bit dim of me to drive this far out, but it's fine. I've got the coupe. It's a reasonably fast little thing. And I have upgraded it a bit as well. You know, so it's got a little bit more in it. What I would really love to do though is change the colour, and I can't. Not because it's locked behind a... going the wrong way. I missed my turn. Yeah, I just wish I could change the colour of it, and there doesn't seem to be a cosmetic for it yet, but in the future, maybe. I kind of wish you could have like some base colours, some different base colours for the rides, but these are sort of reasonably minor complaints. I mean, my more major complaints is the frame rate can be a bit choppy. You know, it's fine when we're sort of out here in the middle of nowhere or in sort of small towns, but there are some fights where it gets it can drop quite substantially, and that is a bit of a shame. Because otherwise, I do actually quite enjoy this game. It's quite nice because it's got quite a large variety of things that you can do, and more importantly, you can do it all solo if you want to. There's no need, you know, you can group up and you can do like, you know, they've kind of got these war bands and all this sorts of stuff that goes on. I don't know. I don't deal with that level of content. I don't play this game with other people. This is just a game that I can just play that's set in a nice sort of setting. I can drive around in my car, I can build stuff, I can shoot stuff, you know, it's kind of cool in that respect. I guess it's a little bit like 7 Days to Die in that respect as well. A game which I am sort of holding off on a little bit from playing much more of that, because 1.0 will be out soon, and then the instability of experimental will be at an end. At the moment you can kind of lose saves and the like, which isn't ideal, but that's sort of all part of the course because it's experimental. Right, these guys are a little bit high level for me. It's fine. My gun does this thing called bounce, so the bullets hit nearby enemies as well, which is I do like. There you go. I'm having to put quite a lot into them, but I am getting some gunpowder out of it, so I can also do some sneak attacks. So I'm just going to use a Santi Gummy. I'm going to use my water. I'm going to use my water again, and that. For some reason I don't have any food on my hotbar, which is not ideal. Just use F on it. There we go. Now fed. Right. So what we need to do here is loot everything, because I need loot. But I'm also looking for the things that are listed here. So I've got to explore Sunshine Farm while killing everything in sight. I've got to look for the mystical crate, which will be around. All the while they're throwing these sort of gas bombs at me, which isn't ideal. I love this stun baton. I was very glad when I got the plan to be able to build it. You can roll as well and jump, which is quite important, because not every game does actually allow you to jump. Most, like the Division, I believe, doesn't actually give you a jump, it only gives you a roll. Which isn't great when you're in third person and the game's trying to ask you to do parkour, which this game does ask you to do. So you do need to have that ability to jump and to roll. And I'm just going to use another activator. That's basically just your stim pack. So yeah, it's sort of looter shooter. So this is why we're picking up everything, because nothing is junk. Take everything, and I really do like this machine gun. Everything sounds fairly meaty as well, you know, it's like, you know, they did pretty good on this. For a free-to-play game, they did pretty good with this. This guy wants to explode on me. And this guy is, yeah. Obviously, like, headshots and all that will do more damage, so if I had something like more like a rifle, which you can do, you know, you don't have to use your shotgun, your machine guns, a whole bunch of just different weapons and stuff you can use. You've even got rocket launchers if that's the route that you want to go down. I might just go in. Right. I do like that baton, and you know, I do like the way that it sort of swings as well. It's a very, you know, the melee is actually really good. In fact, the gunplay is pretty good in this. The one thing that I would say isn't great is grenades. Hello, can I just get up behind you? Annoyingly, you're sort of standing up, but no, evidently not. You can do like a backstab, which with these enemies won't actually kill them because they are a little bit high level. But if I was high level, it would. So you can kind of sneak around level and backstab stuff. The graphics in here aren't the best because, again, playing on low. I could probably start bumping it up, but that would be an experiment that I'd need to do when I wasn't streaming. Because the frame rate issue has actually been fixed. I think it was a memory leak issue, but they've been quite good at fixing this stuff. Yeah, first time I was here, I kind of went through and I did quite a bit of this actually with just doing backstabs. Just do my thing. That will kind of highlight crates, which is what I need. I wonder if the crate I need, the mystical crate, is up here. I mean, it's a big structure, so maybe? Let's try up here. How do I get up there? Maybe up. No, we'll try these stairs. See if we can find where this mystical crate is. Because the mystical crate has blueprints in. And blueprints are used for unlocking weapons and armor. The blueprint, yeah, it's up there. You can see it. It's got a little red flare. So we need to work out how to get up there. And sometimes it's parkour, and sometimes it's just literally climbing ladders. And sometimes it's just there, you know. So yeah, we've just got a little bit of ladder climbing. We'll get to the crate. Ooh, we also get a gear crate. Nice. Gear crate just give you like mods, and sometimes like armor pieces. Weapons crates give like mods and equipment and guns. And yeah, we got what was it? Blueprint, armor blueprint, mask. Oh yeah, this. So we do fuse, and we now have that able to be crafted. And so if we can find the last one. Usually they're in sort of like big important buildings, maybe. Let's do that. That's got the sort of a defense thing in. See if we can find where this. Oh yeah, that's the building I was in before. I missed a container. That's for extraction permits. What extraction permits are for Blackfell? I think they're for the the oil things. He's facing away. Might be able to get up to him. I've got to wait till he gets up. I wish there was like a finisher. Actually attacked them through the wall, I think. Oh, they through the door. I can do this. Have one of them. No, please use the activator. There we go. Downside of third person. Oh, goodness sake. Running. Let's use my last one. Just because my stun baton is actually quite good, and I don't particularly want to use too much of my ammunition because I'll have to find the gunpowder to make it. Right. Oh, and he's see if we can loot this this stuff, and then I will probably end up the video. That one, because this will just be, this is basically just a resource run for me. So need to get all my weapons and armor really up to scratch, because the game's a lot easier if you do that. Obviously, you know. Aha, there we go, that's the last gear crate. And I actually got out of it a unique helmet. Interesting. Let's just have a quick look at that. So we got the Bastille helmet, which is better in every sense, every regard. So I'm going to equip that, and I'm also going to add a mod to it, which is my standard mod, which then brings up its thingamabob. It's gear rating, that's the one. That's the word I was looking for. So yeah, well, I've done this area. That's looking good now. I've gotten a whole bunch of resources. So what I can do now is I can literally just say, hey, I just want to go back to my teleport back to my base. I can do that. And then tip all this stuff into the disassembler, get all that stuff, and then I can take it on over to my gear workbench, and I can craft armor if I need to. I'm probably going to, yeah, these are tier 4s. I would quite like to get, so the way you craft stuff, you craft like all these little bits, and then you hold that. They're not technically crafted until you hit craft. So if you don't have the parts, you've not lost anything. So if I go to gear now, actually that heavy duty helmet. Oh no, because that's, yeah, because I've got I've got points in that. I can't. Oh no, I can calibrate these. So calibrate is basically like upgrading them. Yes, I need to do a whole bunch of like all these bits. I can see why. Yeah, I can. You know, this could take quite some time to get all the components that you need and all the blueprints that you need using the wish machine and all that. So you can upgrade stuff as well by using parts, I guess. Oh, hello. Have I got an upgrade for those? Yes. Enhance that. Obviously, I won't actually be able to. Yeah. Did not know I had those. I must have picked them up from somewhere. That would just help upgrade. I can't use them to unlock stuff unless they are. So the blueprints that you get are basically keyed to a certain item. So I can only unlock this with the fragments for that gun, that specific gun. However, I can upgrade the blueprint using fragments from other guns. So if I have some fragments from stuff that I won't ever use, probably, I can just use those fragments. But of course I've upgraded this far beyond what I can do now. But what I can now do is I can craft that weapon again, but it will now be a much better version of what I had before, if I've got all the parts for it. So this one now has a required level of 30. So this is the one I've got currently with a calibration +3 on it. But this one will be better than this one once I've done all the changes on it. So we add the mod from the old one, from my old squid, or doing power surge. Yeah, sure, we'll go for that one. So we get our legendary mod on there, I guess. Let's get some attachments on, standard set of attachments. I don't have any magazines because I need to go to these riddle spots. I don't know where they are yet. And I've got different types of ammunition that I can put in them if I need to. So already that is now almost as good as that one. I can then go into calibration, and I can't do that yet, but I can in a moment. This is why I've been picking up all the acid, because it's needed for these higher craft items. Very much, again, like in Fallout 76, where you do actually require acid, I think, to smelt all of the stuff. So acid becomes this really needed thing. But yeah, so this will craft. I'll probably only be able to do one calibration because I need more aluminium. But so this is the need one more aluminium. But, you may inquire as to why I don't put the furnace downstairs or that upstairs. Yeah, because apparently I like to run around a lot. Right, so that bumps that up. So my old one with 2 calibration points on it was 151. That's 139, so that will go up again. Oh, it's 131 at the moment. Yes, I just need to get more calibration on it, get the damage up, and oh, that's got a different mod on it as well. Actually, I bet if I was to put that same mod on, that would also beef that up. Hold on. So that would drop. That'd be 131. Yeah, that would probably beef it up. So yeah, I just need to calibrate my weapons, mod them, really sort of get them ready for the fight that is coming, which is the Forsaken Giant. But I'm going to need to do a whole bunch of quests to just sort of I just need to mop up some of these quests and do some commissions and do all that sort of stuff. So anyway, I am going to end this video here. We'll probably come back to Once Human for some stuff, especially as as time goes on, you can kind of see how the world evolves. It'll be quite interesting. But with that, I will say thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.